John Cena, Dana White, nobody can catch a break today, huh?
No.
Fighting out of the Harley-Davidson Winner's Circle. Weighing today at 97 kilos, filthy Tom Lawlor. His opponent in the corner to my right, wrestling out of Saratoga Springs, New York. Weighing in at 197 pounds, the infamous Bobby Fish.
DC going to be calling this first time ever match alongside Paul Crockett. Bobby Fish specifically requesting to go one-on-one with Tom Lawlor here today at the Americanrana matinee card. Of course, Tom Lawlor coming from UFC, but he is a bit of a hometown hero. I think grown up in Fall River area. Wait, who's this guy? This is a corner man?
He has a corner man, and he has.
Whoa!
And he has all the fixings with him as well, just in case Tom Lawlor needs some, Q-tips or.
I hope nobody's getting cut up. I mean, you take a look at Tom Lawlor, he obviously looks like somebody that's gotten punched in the head quite a bit, so he seems like a pretty tough guy.
Here's the thing about Tom Lawlor. Nice as can be outside of the ring, but don't get it twisted. He is a savage killer. He can kill you with his bare hands, and he may try to do that tonight with Bobby Fish. Unfortunately for him, Bobby Fish has been around the block with some really, really brutal opponents, specifically in New Japan Pro Wrestling, whether it be Katsuyori Shibata or the like over there, but he knows how to handle himself, so this should be interesting.
Of course, we've seen a lot of these MMA competitors starting to transition to pro wrestling in the United States. That's not uncommon in Japan and hasn't been uncommon for many years.
No, Japan has a long history of men, whether it be Josh Barnett, who debuted at the Tokyo Dome for New Japan Pro Wrestling, all the way down the line to Shibata, who did MMA himself, Nakamura, who did MMA at one point. So it's a very storied history over there.
But White Eagle's just about as good as the Tokyo Dome, so
yeah, it's pretty close.
Definitely a big time first time matchup.
Tom Lawlor with a 10-6 record in MMA with 1 no contest. He has beaten some really, really tough guys. Jason McDonald by knockout, Patrick Cote, CB Dalloway, Kyle Kingsbury. So he's been in there with some really, really stiff competition, and he's come out on top.
Certainly not questioning his accolades, how tough he is, how skilled he is, but professional wrestling, different rules, a bit of a different realm, and Bobby Fish is certainly the veteran, certainly much more experienced coming into this matchup. And for a period of time, these two competitors, along with Kyle O'Reilly, were aligned.
Yes, a Ring of Honor one night at I believe it was the Hammerstein Ballroom on pay-per-view when Red Dragon took on the Young Bucks. Tom Lawlor was in their corner. So these guys have been friends for a long time. But you're right, professional wrestling is a totally different animal, and I believe that Tom Lawlor is going to have to rely on his pure athleticism if he's going to come out on top tonight.
Well, Lawler's going to make sure he keeps his shoulders off the mat. That's square one.
Yes. Usually in MMA, you can just hang out there, relax, do your jiu-jitsu.
And I'm sure there's a lot of holds that can't be properly applied as a result of not being able to get fully flush onto your back.
He has to be worried if he is able to lock in a triangle choke, for example, that he's conscious of where his shoulders are. Tom Lawlor, also a bit of a cult following in professional wrestling with his exploits on the Wrestling Observer website as well. So it's not like he's coming in here as just random MMA guy. People who are wrestling fans know him.
So this guy's hooked up with Meltzer.
More Brian Alvarez, but
it's the same thing.
Same thing.
I don't follow any of it, so just the reviews of our shows,
which you can find at PW Insider. True.
PW Pondering Stiff. Sure. Kevin Ford's been following us. Hey, man, Kevin Ford's been following us since May 2009. We were wrestling in a garage. Now we're in Worcester. We've seen a lot of support, a lot of love. There's this corner, man. I didn't catch his name. Is this guy going to be a factor in the match at all? Like, what's he doing checking on Bobby Fish right now? He's not there for both of them, is he?
I don't think he's there for both of them. That's why Bobby Fish has to keep both eyes open.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be putting his hands on Bobby Fish then unless he's there to help him. And honestly, he shouldn't be there to help Tom Lawlor anyway. There's no breaks. This isn't a rounds match.
Tom Lawlor with a lot of sponsorships. You see Pampers on the back of the tights and Durex on the front. That's quite a dichotomy of sponsorships.
This guy, it must be weird hanging out with this guy on the weekend. I'll just leave it at that.
Yes, I can confirm that.
Very quick to go into a pin was Bobby Fish, but Lawler's just rolling around him. Again, a first time ever meeting there. Of course, you've got to expect that there's going to be a feeling out process.
Absolutely.
And while it may not be everybody's cup of tea, you do have to anticipate at some point, once the weaknesses and strengths of the two competitors are evaluated, that something's going to open up. And if it opens up real good, we got a corner guy to close that gash.
I'm not expecting blood, but you never know.
You never know.
Filthy Tom Lawlor, 4 wins by knockout, 4 by submission, 2 by decision in the realm of MMA, so he is well versed. If he needs to knock somebody out, submit him, or go the distance, he has a gas tank.
Well, what do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to try and do to beat Bobby Fish? Or is Bobby Fish going to try and beat Lawlor at his own game, or is he going to rely on more traditional pro wrestling technique?
I actually think Tom Lawlor will surprise a lot of people and go with a lot more professional wrestling technique early on.
He trained at FCW.
Yes. Trains out in Vegas, future stars of wrestling out there as well.
So he's been around wrestling.
He has been a lifelong fan of professional wrestling. So it's
I've been a lifelong fan of professional wrestling. I'm not going to get in the ring with Bobby Fish.
Well, he also has the athletic background. But what I'm saying is, he's been a lifelong fan, so it's not as if he's going in here blind like some other athletes who might try to make the transition.
Sure. He's not coming in blind just to pick up a quick buck. He's here to stay.
Yes.
Misses with that chop. Bobby Fish, man, right on the point of the jaw and now on the ear. You do see the cauliflower ears, Tom Lawlor, and sometimes, from what I understand, it's easier to split those open too. Pretty gross. Have cartilage flying and spilling all over the canvas.
Head kick. Lawler's rattled. He could be out.
Surprised though, Lawlor not down, because I mean, if he falls down in a UFC fight, the referee's going to call it.
This could be it. Fish might be going for the kill here. No.
Pretty close to the ropes. That's something else that you're going to be mindful for. You can get a win right up against the cage at UFC, but
I thought Tom Lawlor would be going with professional wrestling type maneuvers here early on, and then later, as things might get a little, people might get a little tired, he might go more toward the MMA tactics, but now that he's rattled, it's like Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Oh, in that instance, it was a kick to the face, and now a senton from Bobby Fish. Lawlor might be starting to recover, though, out at 1. Of course, Bobby Fish just debuting for NXT. Probably not going to be seen around Worcester too much longer.
No, I think this could be the last chance to see him in Beyond
Until
Wrestling.
NXT sees that we've built up Worcester, and then NXT comes to Worcester.
Right. Bobby Fish, former multi-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion, former Ring of Honor World Television Champion, former multiple-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion. So if you want to talk about well-versed, like I was talking with Tom Lawlor, Bobby Fish has been around the block.
You know, it's amazing because you never know when your career is going to pick up. And I mean, somebody like Bobby Fish that's, 41, 42 years old, somewhere in that range. The fact that he's really gotten his biggest breaks within the past 5 years or so. I mean, it just goes to show any aspiring professional wrestlers out there, it's like you got to grind it out. But what's Lawlor doing right now? He's given Bobby Fish his back. Is this turned into a bit of a pissing contest, or are these head games?
Here's the X factor. Tom Lawlor is insane. Because he's letting Bobby Fish do that to him and asking for more.
I mean, that's going to get into the head of your opponent. Oh, I gave him my best shot, and it's not seeming to slow him down. Or maybe it did slow him down, and Lawler's realizing he made a grave mistake. Oh, no.
But now Bobby Fish saying, my turn, your turn.
Yeah, he's turned the tables all right.
And I'm not sure I would do this, and I thought Bobby Fish was a pretty normal,
Well, this could be a
guy.
trap, though. This could be a trap.
It could be, you're right.
Oh, and that's the ultimate sign of disrespect, is chopping your opponent in the back. That certainly was not a kick.
Not a lot of power on that one, as the crowd is letting him know.
Fish trying to get underneath the fireman's carry takeover. We see some pretty technical matches so far today with Rory Gulak and Jay Freddy. Jay Freddy picking up the win. Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, Mikey Webb, Hot Sauce coming out on top. So this has been a very different approach than those previous two matches.
I think this one could come down to both guys who are both alpha males. Like you said, getting into a pissing contest, but Lawlor has his back, and this is not where you want to be. Fish desperately trying to make his way somewhere to get Lawlor off him. He's able to break it. No!
Jumping right on the back of Bobby Fish, right back on top of him.
Bobby Fish needs to get out of that now.
Ooh! Great counter from Bobby Fish. Face first into the buckle, but Lawlor's right on top of him. Is Lawlor really sponsored by Pampers? He's getting diaper money.
Well, if Fish goes out, he might need those Pampers.
Hey, that happens sometimes you get knocked out. That's very true. Put to sleep, and now these knees trying to catch him under the ribs.
And Tom Lawlor rocked, but he's been in this situation before by those elbows. He's been hit many times, and he knows how to handle it.
Oof. Referee asking for some separation with Fish over by the ropes.
Beautiful suplex.
And that's more in the realm of pro wrestling. That's the pro wrestling I grew up with. So someday that's going to be referred to exclusively as a Bexploder suplex, so.
Well, you just did it. It might be right now. I think you just trademarked that. The one thing that could be a question for Lawlor is his poise in a professional wrestling ring as opposed to an MMA ring because,
sure,
like you said, totally different animal. Can he overcome constant attempts at pinfalls and finishing and not being able to get in? Because generally in an MMA fight, things end very quickly, so how's that going to play with his psyche if he can't finish it right away?
Of course, Lawlor might be looking to follow in the footsteps of one Matthew Riddle, who's going to be headlining Americanrana evening show tonight. Oh, that was a unique slam against Joey Janela, but Matt Riddle cast quite the shadow. Quick to go into the pin. Second away.
Of course, this was originally supposed to be Chuck O'Neal, and we want to send our well wishes to him as he sits on his couch with his two cats watching this, I'm sure.
Broke his leg in 2 bones, but you talk about another MMA fighter turned pro wrestler. Chuck was trying to be a two-sport athlete, and it seemed like it almost cost him both of his careers. So, you know, with Tom Lawlor kind of being forced to take a break from MMA with his professional wrestling background, I mean, that's all that's in front of him right now, the same way that was for Matt Riddle. So, and again, with Bobby Fish, you know, some would say greener pastures, but certainly looking to be moving on in the next couple of weeks. He's going to be careful here too. And, you know, every wrestler likes to give it 100% every single match, but you're almost going to wonder if at some point Fish is going to be looking to live to fight another day. If Lawlor gets one of those submissions on, that could tear tendons or break bones.
I don't want to say that.
Oh! Talk about a broken bone. That'll break a neck or a shoulder. That was an extremely high-angle release Saito suplex. Never mind Fish not making it out alive. Who knows what Tom Lawlor's condition is after that.
Fish looking for the kill here, I think, and it would behoove him to do so because this could be his best opportunity to do it.
Oh, just a bum rush into the buckle. Now looking for an exploding suplex of his own. Blew him up right into the corner. Blam! And not only the impact into the buckles, an awkward landing on top of his head.
Fish unfortunately took too long to get that cover, but
like you said, this one might be going the distance. But Fish looks like he's the one in the driver's seat right now. What's Fish going to be looking for to finish off Lawlor?
There is rear naked once again. And the cornerman up. Is he going to get involved? He looks like he's getting closer and closer here.
I don't think that Kevin Quinn knows what to make of it. I mean, he is inching his way closer and closer, but again, hoping he doesn't become a factor. Lawlor has tunnel vision. We know what Lawlor's trying to win with. He keeps trying to go for this rear choke. If he's able to connect with it, Fish is going to be sleeping.
If he can get down to the mat, wrap the legs around the waist, then it's over. But he gives it up.
Oh, now instead transitioning to a front choke. Ooh, and the knees.
And the knees thrown in.
And now instead of butterfly,
Oh, went for a butterfly driver and butterfly suplex. Beautiful.
Well, Fish might have saved himself right there, but now transitioning into another submission. Kevin Quinn's right in there. He's saying that Bobby Fish is still in this one. Oh, Fish just fell to a knee. Got a hold of the leg. Ooh!
Still a lot of fight.
Oh!
Beautiful kick.
Trying to tighten up both the quads. Make it tough to walk, make it tough to maneuver your way around. And now trying to target the knee with that dragon screw leg whip.
Returns the favor with the tackle in the corner, but he has the front headlock. And he has the choke cinched in. Fish powers him up.
Oh, again into the buckle. Oh, swinging around now.
Like a rag doll.
Oh, man, just cutting off the flow of the blood to the brain. Fish is going to be out.
Kevin Quinn checking him out. I think he might want to stop
That's
it.
it, that's it.
And he does.
What a win for Tom Lawlor.
Here is your winner, Filthy Tom Lawlor!
This worthwhile, so you are welcome and thank you.